I didn't realize how much my identity was tied to my job until I moved somewhere that didn't care. In the UK, we hustle, stay late, look busy, and wear stress like it's a badge of honor. Don't get me wrong, this is what I signed up for as well. But then after moving to Slovakia, where the attitude is almost the opposite, when work is done, life starts, that quietly broke something in the way I thought about work. And now 3 years in, here's what it taught me about the way we work back home. Back in the UK, being seen to be working hard or looking busy is almost as important as the actual work itself. And staying late, even when you're done, is seen as expected. With shuffling tasks, moving things around, scrolling the mouse, just to look busy. Because it's all about appearing productive than actually being productive in many ways. And the thing is, with work life in the UK, it feels like you can never truly shut down and switch off from work mode. It's almost a 24/7 bandwidth in your mind thinking about work. It's a complete mental workload that just never ends. Stress seems to be the default state in many ways. And on top of this, with social media and everything, it's really emphasized a hustle culture nowadays in the UK, where you just feel like you've kind of got to grind even more, as like having side hustles and everything like this. So this just adds another layer to the work and hustle culture. And the thing is, for me, I experienced all of this. And I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to look busy and to not necessarily be as productive as you can be, but to stay late, have that serious work ethic. But it's not. After spending time in Slovakia, I realized that's not the norm. Because here, productivity is more about doing the work well, efficiently, and organizing yourself well. It doesn't matter. You don't have to stay late. If you get your task done, you get your task done. You don't need to look busy. You don't need to be seen as always on the go. Because here it's not about staying later. You don't get any medals for staying late. It's about leaving when the job is done. I used to think the British way of working was the hard working path. And in many ways, it's the looking busy path. But the hours dedicated to work wasn't the strangest part that messed with my head. It was actually a question that is constantly being asked. In the UK, as soon as you meet someone, you're asking, what do you do? As if there is nothing else that matters. I don't know if it's necessarily about placing people in a social ranking, but it is strange that we always ask this question. I mean, I get it. What we do for work is where we're spending most of our time. But it doesn't really uncover anything about us as a person. It's just what we do for money, essentially. And the difference is in Slovakia, people don't tend to ask this question so quickly on. I mean, they will ask because naturally it's part of getting to know someone. But I've found people more want to get to know each other as a person. So if there's actually genuine interest, we don't talk about work. For instance, I have some Slovak friends that I didn't know what they actually were doing for quite some time after knowing them. And I don't even know if they know what I do for a living. But yet we're on such a good friendship level that we get on and we have a laugh and I feel like I know them as a person well. And that's even more so than some people back home. I might know what they do for a living, but I don't really know who they are as a person. And that's the thing. I, at first, would ask these questions. What do you do? But after a while, I realized it didn't feel authentic or right to ask. And this is the thing. When your job stops becoming your introduction, who really are you? And how do you really introduce yourself? How do you really get to know someone at the beginning? This was strange, a strange feeling to try and overcome. But eventually, it was liberating. And that shift forced me to look at something I'd never questioned before. What is even the purpose of work? Here in Slovakia, maternity leaves can last up to 3 years. Yes, you heard that right. Up to 3 years. Now, just based on this alone, tells you about the way Slovaks attribute value to work and life. And this is something that I really value and missed about what we have in the UK, because there's such a more important value attributed to life. The work-life balance is way more in favor of life than working all the time. But in the UK, it's all about work. Life is just an extra bit you get to enjoy in the weekends and maybe on the evenings. But here in Slovakia, life is the important part. Work fits around your life, not the other way around. And because balance isn't a perk to be negotiated with in Slovakia, it's the foundation, it's the baseline. Because ultimately, the purpose of work is to enable life. We go to work so that we can earn money, so that we can enjoy our lives. So that is the purpose of work. It enables life. It shouldn't prohibit it. And honestly, this is the part that I got wrong for years. So where does this all leave me now? Well, now I realize I'm going to give it my everything. I'm going to do my best, but I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to do extra work than I need to, because ultimately we don't get any rewards for that. And it will just add extra stress that is completely unnecessary. And I realize feeling tired or feeling overworked isn't some sort of badge of honor, because exhaustion is not an achievement. It's a sign you're doing something wrong. So now it's really important to me that my work and my life is intertwined. My personal life is more important ultimately than working. Yes, I will give it my all when I do work, but I'm going to make sure the work is done and I'm not going to stress otherwise. So now I really try and make the most of things. For instance, I will go for a walk during the day, during my lunch, so that I can actually be outside during the day and enjoy the weather. And I will, once I'm done with my work, I'll close my laptop and I will go out and enjoy life. I will go and do things. I will meet friends. I'll go for a coffee, whatever it might well be. I'm not going to sit around and think, oh, I need to plan for tomorrow or I need to get other things done. No, I'm enjoying my life. And I now have some boundaries in place. Back in the UK, I would be reachable on my phone. I would have Teams set up on my phone, different things like this. I don't do that anymore. It's only on my laptop. So once I've closed down my laptop, that's it. You're not reaching me. I'm sorry, but the day is done. Unless there's something really important, I'm going to be coming back. But in general, once I'm done working, I'm done working. That work part of my brain is switched off. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying I fully figured it all out, but I do realize that the importance of work is to enable life. So we need to enjoy it as much as possible. But don't get me wrong, every once in a while, we will forget this and work more than maybe we need to or maybe we should. But we're all learning, and so long as we can find the right work-life balance for us, that's the most important thing. My work-life balance will look differently to yours. Now, of course, this isn't a UK is bad and a Slovakia is good video. Like any of my videos, it's not about that at all. But it's just, I think, the general work ethic and ethos in the UK compared to what I've mainly seen in Slovakia is different. And it's something that I am glad that I've noticed and I've seen it, so that I can embrace the parts that I find works best for me. But I want to know if you're British or maybe even American, because I think we have somewhat similar working and hustle kind of culture. Have you maybe worked abroad, and did that change how you see work, how you see work-life balance? Or maybe you're a Slovak, and do you agree with my assessments of the work-life balance in Slovakia? Let me know your thoughts and your stories down below, because I'm really curious how other people see things. That being said, I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please do leave a like, as it really helps me out. And if you want to see more content from me, then feel free to subscribe. That being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.